Hello everybody, welcome back to Pyrite Fart. Or Pirate Fart. Isn't it Pirate Fart?
Yarr!
Yarr!
Yarr.
Yeah, I sit down in my seat, feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders. Last night was not a good night for sleep. Obviously Kenta and her were up all night.
Oh yeah.
Working.
Baking. Yes. Baking.
And potting balls. That's what you do in
Yes.
basketball, isn't it?
What, pop them?
Pop them, yeah, you pop balls.
You've got a very large snooker table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
That'd be amazing, actually. That'd be really cool.
That would be a really fun game, actually.
Basketball snooker. That'd be really cool. Oh, yeah, that's really good. I have to remember that one.
Yeah. I kept having dreams of Friday. I was trying to bake a cake 2 stories tall, but it was falling apart. I had to duck and dive out of the way to prevent myself from being crushed.
So much cake.
Cake. I shake my head. I don't have time to waste thinking about stuff like that. I've got 2 showdowns to face now. I'm not prepared for either of them.
What?
I don't know. What's her second showdown?
I don't remember anything else. There's just cake.
It was just the cake showdown. But there is a lethargy that is settling over me as I look out the window. I know things are going to turn out well, so why do I need to be worried?
Welcome to school! I know what it feels like.
Exactly. Puffy white cloud drift by, that's a cumulonimbus. I wonder if we're going to have rain today. My brain is going at a snail's pace, but there isn't anything that can get it running. Everything is boring in this classroom. Math class starts promptly when the bell rings and I try to outperform Ryu, but I can't keep up. My arm feels like it's made of lead and my feeble strength is not enough to lift it. What?
Okay.
I don't understand.
She sounds like she's got some kind of blood poisoning or something.
Yeah, she sounds like she's having some kind of meltdown.
Yeah.
Crazy lady is crazy.
Yes.
I think we've internet diagnosed her with lots of stuff so far.
Yeah, all so far. I think
It's all, yes. Those are her problems.
all. Yes.
Except for maybe anxiety and depression.
I know it sounds like a bit depression's coming on now. To be honest.
Oh, I suppose so. A little bit. I want to go outside and take a walk. This class is a waste of time. I established my dominance yesterday. Don't think she did. Proved my worth, so why do I need a second day of it? It's a good idea. I stand up and grab my bag.
Is there something wrong, Ari?
I already know this, so I'm going to take a walk. I'll be back for history. Suddenly the class breaks out laughing and the teacher is shaking her head with dismay.
Ari, while that may have been acceptable at your old school, you must stay until the end of the lesson and substantially pass it for something we know is known as detention.
That's a waste of time.
Sit down, Ari.
I recognise that tone. It's the same tone that the lady in waiting takes with me when she wants to disagree with me. So some common teacher thinks she can order me around.
Oh, I'm anything but common, my dear. And yes, I can read minds.
Have a good day.
If you do not sit down, I'm going to have to send you to the principal's office.
And just like the lady in waiting, she plays the higher authority card. This is so aggravating. I don't want to be here. The thought catches me off guard. No, I do want to be here. I need to beat my brother. I can't walk out and let him win this. Slowly, I lower myself back into my seat. You win this round, teacher.
And I'll win all of them.
I try to focus on my textbook, but the quiet chatter around me is breaking my concentration.
Can you believe her?
She's such a weirdo.
Who do you think she is?
Such impudent peasants. If they knew who I was, they wouldn't even think about saying those nasty whispers.
I would.
But you're a dick.
Yeah.
They'd pay their reverence.
How do you know I was called Richard?
It's because of everything I've done, right? My statement as a legend, not because I'm royalty. That's just the icing on the cake of wonderful that is me. Oh my god.
I think I'm suffocating from the ego coming from this one. She's just kind of clogging up my valves, man.
Do the servants think this way? Does brother think of me as a weirdo? I skipped lots of lessons with him. I do my best to tune them out and focus on my studying, even if it is worthless to me.
I can't breathe from the ego. Thump.
I like the fact that you emphasise the thump with the word thump. Lunch rolls around again, leaving me with tuna and a feeling of melancholy. Depression.
Yep.
I consider checking out the cafeteria, but I don't want to go anywhere near those rude plebs.
Well, better get back to the castle then.
The classroom is nearly empty again today, leaving me sharing my lunch with the one guy I'd rather avoid.
Have we tried going somewhere else?
It might help a little bit.
Yeah.
Sigh! What is it today?
You're interested?
The silence is grating.
So you fall back to the blurting random things out then again, eh?
Okay.
Are you feeling alright? You're acting different from yesterday.
I guess I'm just under the weather today, as I am all days because the weather is up there and I'm always under it.
You look like someone ran over your kitten. It definitely wasn't me. Because that wasn't your kitten, that was my next door neighbour's kitten, and you're not my next door neighbour. Did I mention life is suffering? Particularly when you drive a car over a kitten.
I give a non-nonchalant shrug, trying to put a show of my usual airs. I'm not going to show a single moment of weakness to my rival.
I never thought that the heroic princess would show languor in front of her rival. I've been reading your diary.
What did you call me, peasant?
Rumour has it that you are a brave and brazen princess. Using how timid you're acting, I can tell it was hyped up.
And who told you that?
A friend of mine named Kenta. He talks a lot when he's drunk.
It's not the only time he talks a lot. I'm going to kill him next time I see him. I told him not to breathe a word.
So it's true.
Ugh.
And this is the best show a member of the Imperial family can make.
Are you mocking me?
Mercilessly. I am. I was expecting a real challenge of you, but the first time things don't go your way, you'll break down. What's going to happen tomorrow when I crush you in history? It's the history of rocks.
In your dreams?
Frequently. I'm starting to see why Kenta wants to go to college instead of stay a servant to you. What kind of butler is that young? Jesus Christ.
Jesus, yeah, he's not going anywhere.
So you don't own your servants either?
No, I don't own my
your own
servants.
servants either, sorry.
No, that's slavery, and that's wrong. Sometimes.
So is everything this woman's done so far?
Yeah, I push my words out of my push his words out of my mind. I'll bother Kenta for a meaning to them later, but now I need to knock Ryu down a peg. I'm gonna win this contest hands down.
You think you can compete with me?
Of course I can. I'll crush you. Like a little bitty baby bug.
That's better. I like it, Ruff.
Please inject some more personality into this guy. I can't stand it. It's horrific. Just any personality. I mean, Jesus.
Any personality?
So long as it's not Damien, I think we're okay.
Two Damiens, oh god.
No, I veto two Damiens. No.
Imagine how horrific the threesome would be.
Well, it wouldn't be a threesome, it would be twosome. Damien and Damien.
With 3 bodies. Yeah, that's true. Imagine the children. They'd look like Damien.
They'd look like Damien and be exactly like Damien.
Yeah.
Huh?
So anything, right?
Go on.
You sure?
Go on.
You're looking it up more than halfway, boy.
Better. Better than Damien. I don't care. You want to get defeated that badly? Bring it. I'm going to win this.
Then you better prepare, because I certainly will have. Because I'm here. I can't remember what I'm preparing for now. Yeah.
The haze of this morning has lifted. He's right. I can't just sit here and waste time. However, there's one thing I need to do first. Kenta, that backstabbing traitor.
She needs to do him.
Yeah.
Okay. Grin. Hello, Harry.
I don't bother greeting him. I stride up, snap my hand back, and slap him with all of my might, which isn't very hard because I'm a teeny weeny baby girl.
It's the last sentence that gets me.
The noise echoes in the library.
It's like glamour. That's the problem.
It's one hell of a slap.
Yeah, because in the library at the other end of campus.
Yes. You backstab backstabbing? How? How could you ignore everything I asked you and tell him who I am? I trusted you, you jerk. What sort of servant does that? Jerk, jerk, jerk.
Is that an order? Harry.
Calling me my lady in public is one thing, but you told him. Kenta drops to his knee and bows his head.
I did not mean to cause you pain, my lady. I was only doing what I thought was best when I was horrendously drunk.
What you thought was best for who? You don't care at all! At all!
Dot.
Dot, dot, dot. My rage is rapidly dwindling, leaving a sharp stab of pain as I stare upon the bright red mark that my unexpected attack left.
Please forgive me, my lady. I won't do it again. I've already done it 300 times. I've told everyone.
Kenta, I hurt him. I hit the one loyal servant I've ever had.
The others were murderers. I beg your forgiveness, my lady.
I'm sorry.
I beg your forgiveness for you slapping me. I have betrayed your trust. There's nothing I can do to redeem myself, my lady.
Damn straight. Ari.
Huh?
Told you to call me Ari. I sit down on the wooden benches. Can't look him in the eye anymore. I was supposed to just chastise him, but when I saw him happy. God, the bastard!
How dare he!
I just lost control. After a few moments, he rises and sits down next to me.
I really am sorry, Harry. I told him because he was asking about you.
How did he know?
We've been friends for a long time. I've told him stories about you, and you put it together.
Okay.
Ooh.
He is pretty smart, isn't he?
Indeed, he reminds me a lot of you. Because I'm a massive brown nose.
Dot, dot, dot.
I've always wanted to introduce you to him, but your father would never permit a commoner on the grounds. How do the servants get in? This was a great chance. I've always wondered who would beat him in the battle of wits.
And who do you think is going to win?
That's easy. My money is on you, Harry. You better not prove me wrong, because I've been massively in debt to the mafia.
That works.
But don't forget, this is just a contest. Take it easy so I don't have to worry about you. I've got to get back to the class, or the other guys will start looking for me. See you.
Thanks, Kenta. Even though I did slap you in the face so hard it resounded in the library.
No problem. Kenta? Oop.
Wait, Kenta, what is this about you leaving my service?
Oh yes, I'll talk to you about that later. See you, Harry. Kenta, away!
Kenta is planning on leaving me. I must have misheard him. There's no way he would.
Has he been seeing other royalty?
It was that was that other bitch, that princess of Spain. I'm betting you. It makes me feel a little worse, a little less focused. I need to start planning and preparing for Friday. Then there's the test, tomorrow's test. I don't know if you can hear my cat trying to get in.
I can hear something.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what the hell that was.
Yeah, give me a second. You think I'm raving mad? Of course I turned off the recording. It's on now, though.
Of course you're raving mad. Shame was saying nice things about you as well. Entirely nice things.
Shut up. I know you don't say entirely nice things about anyone.
Yeah, I do.
No, not entirely nice.
No, not entirely nice, that's true.
Okay.
There's usually some kind of knuckles in the comment, you know.
Sorry about that, everyone. Me and Courts are arguing about the things he says when my back is turned. I've heard.
All of them. I say all of them. Yeah, well, that's how hearing works, really. You can generally hear things behind you. So.
Shut up.
No, it'd be crap recording if I shut up.
Hang on. What?
Well, if I didn't say anything, it would be a bit half. Yeah, you do voice acting about half the characters. It'd be a bit crappy, really, wouldn't it?
One character so far.
That's true.
Okay, and
Maybe
then
the budget could only afford one girl.
Then there's tomorrow's test. Ryu and his insults are not going to be easy to ignore. Friend of Kenta's or not, I shouldn't take that one lying down. But focusing my strength for Friday, priorities, I have none.
Make a cake. How's it taking you this long to learn how to read a book about how to make a cake?
Yeah. Wednesday, the day of the first true talent challenge. Today we're playing a Jeopardy game for history. I look across the classroom and see my rival smiling at me warmly.
Yet the sun.
Yeah, keep grinning, Ryu. I'm going to show you what this Imperial Princess can do.
Answer questions. Are you going to lead us to victory, Junior's girl? Apparently this student is about 50 years old and smokes a pipe.
Of course.
Jolly good. Good luck again for you. You're going to need it. What?
Luck is nothing more than preparation paired with skill. I've got both.
Jeez, I was just trying to egg you on.
Quiet down. I'm trying to study.
Bloody hell fast. Some people just don't know how to behave.
I can hear them going
Bloody
back
foreigners.
Can hear them going back to their whispers about me, but I'm not going to let them get to me today. No, not while he is looking so smug on the other side of class.
So who would be the first? Yes, who would be the first person to go for the blue team? Oh, Mr. Coleman!
Can you turn that one down a bit? I really need a voice that I can actually understand and work with.
And the red team. Go for it. I say, go for it, Harry. You can take him.
Nobody else brave enough to try?
Nobody else is stupid enough.
So the smartest person to challenge him has to be stupid. That sort of illogical fallacy is why I should be the person to take the challenge.
Have at it. Is the blue team ready? Of course. Yeah. Is the red team ready? I don't know why we give colours when there's only two people in no form of clothing for uniforms, but...
I give Ryu a wild grin. Haven't forgotten that math test. I'm going to win this. I'm ready.
Then please step forward.
I walk up to the podium. There are podiums now?
Yeah, there's two at the front.
Oh, yeah, there are.
Yeah, I thought they were chests of drawers, but podium also makes sense. Because they're in front of a blackboard looking at them.
Yeah. And look at my rival next to me.
I've got a bet for you, Harry. Right? Something about his corner is a little more interesting. Just a little bit. Right?
What do you have in mind?
Since you're so confident you're going to beat me, let's have a wager.
Okay.
If I win, you have to be my personal servant for one day and wear a maid outfit.
Oh,
God. It's not perverted at all. No, it's completely normal.
That's the most normal thing in the world.
If you win, I have to do the same. Be a servant for me and wear a maid outfit.
With the maid outfit? That would be the best way to bring you down a peg.
With a butler outfit, which is basically my school uniform with a bow tie.
Yeah. I don't think that he would make a handsome minion, and the books say that the best way to defeat your opponent is to make him yours. But the words of Kentus from yesterday come sounding through. This sort of reckless bet is the type of thing that would make him worry. Other than humiliating my rival, I don't get anything out of this. I'd be shamed for life if I had to wear the maid outfit and serve him, even but for a day.
But.
Teacher is about ready to start. I need to make this quick.
Wager. It might make her more depressed. This is the best reason to do it.
That's true. Accept it. Make her miserable. Bring it, bitch.
That's what your mum said. Yeah. Let's just begin.
First question, of course, goes to me. It was some weak thing about which countries were part of the Axis powers. Duh. What should have been a slaughter turns into neck-and-neck competition. Despite my tips and pointers, several people on my team are complete idiots. I wish I could have taken every single question and left them out of it. From the glares they are giving me, I think they'd be all for that plan. By the final question, we're perfectly even. We enter the tiebreaker round where I can soundly crush Ryu once and for all. Better know of a good place that fits a tux?
There's a my outfit in the drama department, right? It's just your size. Because all women in this school are exactly the same size as you. Because being a visual novel, all women have exactly the same figure, right? I'll lend it to you. I'll get them to lend it to you, right?
Alright, confidence is your weakness.
I can say the same thing to you. In fact, I kind of just did. And final question is this. Can we answer this so I can go get drunk or something? This is really tedious. Oh, dear God.
I'm ready.
Who first used the term Axis to describe military alliance during World War II?
I don't remember that one in the material. Crud, I need to decide quickly before Ryu beats me to it. Think, Ari, think! I have no idea.
Have you noticed that only one of those isn't from the Axis powers on that list?
Yes. Are we going to go for that one?
So I'm just thinking about the target. Yeah. I was going to say something really disparaging about target audiences then I realised someone might turn up at my house and punch me. So,
yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
So should we Roosevelt?
I don't bleed, I do 12th century.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I don't do this either. Let's go for Roosevelt. Yeah?
Yeah.
The correct answer is Franklin Roosevelt.
So close, Harry, but the real correct answer, not the fake correct answer or the sort of off correct answer, is Mussolini of Italy.
I can feel my blood freezing in fear. Yes!
Look at her face. It's gonna. Oh shit.
There's no way that could be right.
Correct, Rio. Blue team wins. Now go and sit down so I can go home.
No.
So, Harry, let me get down my address. I expect you to see that's more than made outfit to serve me for the day. It's not perverted, right? People stop saying that. I don't care how much you say it's perverted. You over there, right? It's not perverted, whatever you say. Stop saying it. Look, I'm looking at you. It's not. It's completely normal. Nothing weird going on here at all. Completely normal in every way. Oh, yeah, they're looking at me funny again.
I don't have a maid outfit. I guess I can't do it.
I'll have a word at the drama teacher, right? I'm sure she has something that'll be in your size. Or preferably somewhat smaller. Oh, we can see your butt. You gave me your word. Are you backing down now that you've lost? Backing.
No. I hang my head low in shame, no matter how much this is going to embarrass me full time. The word of an imperial princess must be kept. I'd never be able to live with myself if I broke it. How am I going to live with myself with the memory of tomorrow is just a mystery?
Dun dun dun. She hung over again.
Oh, I'm pretty sure after that she's having a
just
bit of a
hit the
drink.
gin.
Yeah.
She just hit the gin immediately afterwards. She's still at her desk.
Yeah.
A bottle of gin and a little glass of pouring and downing.
I don't think she needs the glass. I think it's just straight from the neck of the bowl. I lift my arm to knock on the door of the small house where Ryu lives before dropping it again. I can't do this. Letting my rival see me like this is shameful. Might as well get it over with me. I knock 3 times with my forehead before I hear a voice.
Wrong house. What? Who is it?
Harry.
Just 1 second.
Please have suddenly gone blind. Please have suddenly gone blind.
Hey, Harry.
Oh my god.
Nice knockers.
The awkward silence as he sees the hideous thing I'm wearing sets in. Jeez, don't just gawk, say something.
I didn't think you'd follow through with it. Yeah.
Are you doubting me? If I say I'm going to do something, I mean it. Better enjoy it because I'm going to beat you tomorrow.
I can't wait.
But there is... Oh, no, that's you.
Yeah, if you give me a moment, I have to pause the recording. I've got to go see to something.
Yeah. Okay, we're back.
Yay.
Some of us had issues with vermin.
Yeah.
Specifically, her.
Yeah. Anyway, what we... Oh, yes.
It's you. It's
Captain
you.
Creeper. Yes.
Captain Creepy, yeah.
Yeah. Is there something more important that needs to be taken care of first? There's, know what I mean, taken care of, eh? Yeah.
What, we need to get going to school soon, idiot. I'm not cleaning up your room or anything stupid like that.
There it is again. Maids aren't supposed to be disrespectful.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to suck your cock? Is that it? Well, let's get a move on. We've got to get to school.
Right here, right now.
Fine. I'm sorry.
That's not quite it. You're supposed to call me master, so I don't get off on that at all. This is not perverted.
I'm pretty sure maids don't call people master.
Unless it's perverted, which it is not. It's not perverted in any way, shape or form. It's completely normal. Look at my arm materialise out of my chest.
What?
You come out in your word. I'd hate to think Princess Harry doesn't keep her promises when she loses.
I hate him so much right now.
Oh, she loves him.
Fine.
Fine what?
Fine, master.
Oh, yeah, that's a star. That's better. You make a pretty cute mate, Harry. Now bend over and sweep that floor. Yeah. That's the correct response.
Yeah. Stop making fun of me. Why is her hair sweating?
Really sweaty forehead. Just gonna bleeds through.
Jeez.
She's got a BO problem. It's not polite to mention it because she'll have you beheaded.
It's not the only beheaded that she's... No, never mind.
What are you saying?
Stop making
Oh,
fun
my
of
hand's
me.
disappeared.
Stop making fun of me, master.
But I'm not making fun of you, Harry. You really are adorable. Especially when you're embarrassed. Oh, yeah, this is nice. Let's get going. Excuse me if I keep my hand in my pocket the entire room.
I don't want to, but Ryu grabs my hand and pulls me onto the sidewalk. And today is the worst day of my life.
She gets sent home immediately for not being in uniform, because that'd be quite funny.
Yes. Between the catcalls from the guys and the nasty comments from the girls, I spend the entire day being hassled and heckled by the plebs.
Local band.
Yeah. More than once I was tempted to just run away from this nasty school, but I refuse. I'm not breaking my word to Ryu, no matter how much it stinks. I hate that weak part of me, the part that can't tough up and take failure. The opinions of those around me shouldn't weaken my resolve, but it does.
Harry, could you get me the approval form from the top shelf? Oh,
Okay.
get the approval form from the top shelf.
Yes, master.
For all those knickers.
Ryu's the only person at the school who hasn't made me embarrassed today. I expect him to try and make me do all sorts of degrading things, but all he has had me do is help with his presidential paperwork. He's not actually president, you know. I hand him the paper and proceed to try and straighten up the choker and headband. We've been doing so much running around, I'm feeling exhausted. It's amazing how he keeps it all going. So many clubs and activities demanding his time, but he still manages to have the top scores in the class. He works long hours and still managed to beat someone who sat around reading books for most of her life. Have I been doing it wrong? Yes.
You're alright, Harry.
Huh?
You don't look happy with the way I've been degrading you at all. You look a bit worn out, that's all. Like a prostitute who's an RAP.
Anything my master can do, I can do.
I'm glad to hear my rival can keep up with me. Hey, I'm sorry about today.
I said I can keep up with you.
Not that, I'm in a contact in my class. I don't think they should treat you as harshly as you did by the way I make you dress like some kind of sexual fetish. I thought maybe they would giggle a bit, laugh a few times, and possibly nip off to the gents for some private time. But I never thought they'd attempt to verbally abuse you, because I'm a moron.
They didn't know I'm a princess.
Damn matter. They should have treated you with the same respect they afford me when I'm dressed as a maid.
Why would they? You're the smart one, you're the cool one, you even managed to defeat me in a quiz game.
Oh god, no, not a quiz game.
No, not the quiz! Of course they see you differently from me.
You underestimate yourself.
She really
One time,
doesn't.
Yeah, no.
No, I know I'm awesome, pretty and smart, you just happen to be as good as I am. The idea is unheard of, but...
Oh, are you sure you're alright? Because
Yes.
you sound like you may have some mental scarring. Can I add to that in any way?
Guess I'm a little tired.
Well, my lovely maiden, yeah. How about you go get us a pair of strawberry sodas, because that's what we call them now. Oh, of course, mean your boobs.
Such a gentleman.
Yeah, boobs.
3 eyebrows? No, 2 eyebrows.
evil and such a gentleman evil face.
Yeah.
You really don't fit the role of subservient maid. You're much more of a job. How you know, Harry, and I don't think I would like it any other way.
I really give a shit about what you think.
Yeah.
He really is a kind-hearted, perverted guy.
He's a kind-hearted bully.
He puts his heart and penis into everything he does. Everyone looks up to him and his giant balls, and with good reason.
Because he's really tall.
Yeah. Ryu is smart, handsome, passionate, and determined to make me look like a tool. Everyone sees me the same way, right? No? Yes? No?
Maybe. Yes, yes. I don't know why the bloke sound like that.
Huh?
What is it with it? What is it? Oh,
What are you talking about?
yeah, that him dressing up like a slut, breaking Paddy. You're like a sick.
What?
Oh, it's a female, sorry. They all sound the same.
Oh, good! Let's go with the slut shaming.
Yay!
Yeah, because what women dress like is totally indicative of how their personality is. Fuck you, game. Fuck you hard.
Don't dive on if you're using the blackmailing.
What?
What?
Okay, even in Bizarro Land, that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
What? I'm not blackmailing him? Well, there's no way he turned out with a little weirdo like you. The words sting, but I'm not going to let them get the better of me, but they might be right.
Yeah?
Okay. I'm not a weirdo. Okay, because this is the big insult. The slut thing? No. The weirdo thing?
Yeah.
Please, you're the biggest weirdo I've ever seen. I mean, look at that charm you have on your bag.
Yeah?
What? It's a Cuba. What's a Cuba snake? It's good luck.
Is it like a scuba snake?
I don't know. Probably. It's a snake just like you. I'm not a snake.
Look,
I've
got legs.
And boobs.
You should just go out and see her. And I should stop the
You should go back to the palace where you came from. You can't survive here. You can't even beat one stupid president. I thought she said peasant then.
And the widow's going to cry. La 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 la. I'm a twat.
She thinks she's so perfect, queen of the universe.
No, empress of the king of the empire. I think.
Yeah.
Go on.
They're right. I'm just going to keep losing out here. I'm not strong enough. I'm not tough enough.
And someone comes in to save her, becomes a heartthrob.
Yes, of course. But I don't want to go back. I said I was going to make it out here. I can't lose. I told my brother I would survive.
Plus side, she might start crying. So.
Yeah. Good. I like her being miserable. They start advancing on me. I grab the papers we were working on and backpedal from the approaching girls. No, I'm staying here.
What's going on here, eh?
Oh, God. God, they're stupid and they're stupid. Oh,
Yeah.
Ryu, don't worry. We're going to force the hot girl in a maid's outfit to hand over the blackmail that she's got on you.
We'll get rid of the creep for you, because you're not creepy at all, making a dress like that.
No.
Yeah! I will not tolerate you badgering her. Weaseling or possibly gouting, fine, but not badgering.
Step back, Ryu. This is my fight.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, not that kind of fight. I'm not letting anyone foot my rival, except me, obviously. I'm not letting anyone to blame you for something I forced you to do. And got massively off on.
Massively. I'm trying to help you.
That's not his tie. So am I.
Whatever. Remember what we said, Ari? What? They walk
No.
out almost unnoticed by me. I can't break my gaze from you, aside from the fact that I can't actually see him because I'm standing next to him. I know, you know they were right. I'm just a big weirdo who's ruining your life.
I just mistake you, right? You're my first real rival. Because everyone else on kneecapped. I'm going to allow some, I'm not going to allow some gossip or half the lady girls think they can just take that away.
Yeah, there was a boy there as well, you dick.
Well, he's so self-deluded. So he's very self-deluded, actually as a girl, thinks she's a boy, but isn't actually transgender, is just very easily confused.
Yeah. Rival, I'm not even in your league.
You almost managed to get me to dress up as a butler, apart from the way you massively got it completely wrong. This is the first time I've ever come close to losing that game. Of making Peter, what is this, like the reverse strip poker?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Turn away, trying to break his curious look from my eyes. Back at the palace, I always challenged everybody. I never once lost, not a single time. Everything I did, I won. I was the best, or so I thought. Now I'm starting to think,
nothing's ever gonna keep me down.
Was I really? Was I really that good, or did people just show me sympathy because I was the weirdo princess?
You are a complete freaking weirdo. You actually wore that, you moron. I've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun the past few days. I can't wait for Friday because I really like cake.
Because you're gonna crush me into dust.
With a cake. Because I've had a lot of fun competing with you. You're so enthused and passionate. It inspires me to do even better.
Friday isn't going to be a competition, it's going to be a slaughter.
That confident, I'm not going to go easy on you. Not with my death by cake.
Ryu, I've never cooked a day in my life. I have no idea how to bake a cake. There it is, you win, Ryu. Kichiro wins. Everybody wins.
And and she has a stroke.
Yeah.
And why do you challenge me to that? Are you a complete moron or something?
Because I wanted to win and needed to find a weakness.
I see. You are a complete moron. We can't have that, milady. If you will have it, I shall teach you.
Okay, on that note, I think it's time to end it.
And I'm not going to teach you baking, I mean, aye.
Hey, say no more, say no more. I'm going to save there. And yeah, I think that's it. So tune in next time for the thrilling saga of baking a cake.
Yeah!
Well done, game. Well done. You've made me hate you in so short a time.
Cake, strokes, and innuendo. It's amazing. Look, she's having a stroke right now.
Couldn't happen to a
Maybe
nicer
that's why she's a bit. Why everyone calls her a weirdo, because they don't realise she's constantly having strokes.
Is it strokes or seizures? There's a bit of both, isn't it?
It's kind of down one side of her body, by the looks of it.
Yeah, it must be a stroke.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's call it there. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Willie.